Green light go, that's all I know. And when I roll, I'm in control.
Do you want to save money on buying a smartphone? Forget flagships and try mid-range options. The easiest way is to look towards the flagships. For example, flagship lines, Samsung's Galaxy S22 or Apple's latest iPhone series. Xiaomi's flagships can also be included here. But there is one problem: not all of us have a wad of money. And sometimes even for an average smartphone, you have to save up for several months. But there is a solution, and in this top you will find it. Indeed, not only do mid-range novelties look as good-looking as their flagship counterparts, but they are not inferior to them in some areas. Therefore, even if you plan to splurge on a high-end phone, I recommend that you familiarize yourself with this top and save money. But first, let's figure out what middle class means. What is the middle class? When we talk about mid-range smartphones, we usually mean phones that cost between $200 and $400, although every middle class is different. The truth is that the latest and greatest smartphones keep getting more and more expensive. Some foldable smartphones cost roughly $2,000. I concentrated my efforts in selecting the most versatile smartphones at an average price. What should you focus on when choosing a smartphone? Everyone's priorities are different, so it's a good idea to find out what yours are. Is long battery life a priority for you? Or are you more interested in taking better photos? In any case, I recommend that you take a look at the phone's internal specs to see if the processor is powerful enough to support all the apps you're going to use now and in the future. How important is RAM? And can it be expanded with a micro SD card? That could be a big bonus in the future. The phone's display is also crucial. After all, it's the tool you use to consume content, play or work. Yes, and on this channel, you should subscribe. How you understand on this channel you find all the details. Information is limited on other sources. All this is for you. Thank you for like.
Move all day and I never get tired. Move all day and I never give up.
1. OnePlus Nord 2T 5G, the best mid-range smartphone. Price: about $360. OnePlus has released another smartphone at an exceptionally attractive price, the OnePlus Nord 2T 5G. As the name suggests, this is a 5G phone with many advanced features for relatively little money. It's the fastest smartphone in its price range, thanks to the fast MediaTek Dimensity 1300 chip, and it's doing just fine when it comes to battery life, lasting nearly a full 24 hours on a single charge. In fact, the OnePlus Nord 2T is an all-rounder in the mid-range category. When compared with the flagships, it is inferior to them. But in the middle segment, he is the king. Buy the OnePlus Nord 2T if you want everything for $350. Main characteristics: processor, MediaTek Dimensity 1300 at 3 GHz. Screen, 6.43 inches, 2400 x 1080. Camera, 50 megapixels, 8 megapixels wide angle, 2 megapixels. Memory, 128/256 of a gigabyte. Operating system, Android 12. 2. iPhone SE 3 2022, Apple's best iPhone. Price: approximately $430. Looking at it, it may seem that this is a relic. But it's not. If you want Apple and don't have enough money, then the iPhone SE 3 2022 will help you. Powered by the same top-end chipset as Apple's flagships, the A15 Bionic, the iPhone SE has only one 12-megapixel camera, and the image quality is, frankly, befits the price. Even though the iPhone SE 3 2022 is half the price, it uses the same fast processor as the iPhone 13, the A15 Bionic. iPhone SE 3 features Apple's Deep Fusion technology, which enhances images in low light, and Smart HDR4, which allows the camera to detect and adjust the exposure for each face in group shots. The only fly in the ointment is that the battery life is quite short, especially by today's standards, and the charging is 20 watts. The iPhone SE is also a good choice if you're not a fan of big screen phones. This smartphone fits perfectly in the hands. Main characteristics: processor, Apple A15 Bionic at 3.23 GHz. Screen, 4.7 inches, 1334 x 750. Camera, 12 megapixels. Memory, 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, 512 gigabytes. Operating system, iOS 15. 3. Xiaomi Poco X4 Pro 5G, a flawless phone. Price: approximately $280. Xiaomi Poco X4 Pro 5G is the perfect phone to buy on a budget. Perhaps somewhere this brand is still little known, but the Poco X4 Pro 5G has amazingly good value for money. It even outperforms phones that cost double, and in some cases triple the asking price. I'll briefly outline what you get for $280. Full HD AMOLED screen, fast Qualcomm processor with 5G Snapdragon 695 support. Normal 108 megapixels camera sensor and long battery life. Its attractive price is its main advantage. Main characteristics: processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 at 2.2 GHz. Screen, 6.67 inches, 2400 x 1080. Camera, 108 megapixels, 8 megapixels wide angle, 2 megapixels macro. Memory, 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes. Operating system, Android 11. Four. Google Pixel 6a, the best mid-range camera. Price: approximately $420. After a year-long hiatus, Google's affordable mid-range phone is back. It represents everything we've come to expect from a company, especially lately. The price is very low, considering everything that this smartphone has. Equipped with the flagship Tensor chipset, the same processor in the full-featured Pixel 6, performance is excellent. And the 6.1-inch display also has amazingly accurate color reproduction. However, the star of the show is the Pixel 6a's photographic capabilities. Don't let its modest dual camera fool you, the main camera takes amazing pictures. And this is understandable, the shooting algorithms of this company are the best. And even if the shooting conditions are not ideal, this camera does a very good job. This smartphone shoots at the level of $1,000 flagships. And if you like to post your photos on social networks, then you won't find a better smartphone for the money. Main characteristics: processor, Google Tensor 2.8 GHz. Screen, 6.1 inches, 2400 x 1080. Camera, 12.2 megapixels, 12 megapixels wide. Memory, 128 gigabytes. Operating system, Android 12.
Introducing Google Pixel 6a. Not just a smartphone, a smarter phone, for a smarter price.
5. Nothing Phone 1, the most unique mid-range phone. Price: approximately $420. The Nothing Phone 1 is a design claim. If you are looking for a phone that grabs attention, then this is definitely the one to buy. With a unique transparent back and a row of LED lights, it stands out from anything you'll find on store shelves. And the lights have a purpose too. They flash when you receive calls, text messages, and alarms. Comfortable. But it's not just about looks. Powerful performance thanks to the Snapdragon 778G Plus chip, long battery life of more than 20 hours in the test, and a near-standard Android interface. A phone for tech geeks or for those who just want to show off in public, Nothing Phone 1 is a good choice. It features a 6.55-inch FHD plus 120Hz OLED display, a fast processor, and multiple memory configurations. Paired with pure Android 12 and a pair of 50 megapixels rear cameras, Nothing Phone 1 is a tech and innovation lover's dream. The firmware on early smartphones is buggy, but on the latest versions everything should be fixed. Main characteristics: processor, Qualcomm Snapdragon 778G plus 2.5 GHz. Screen, 6.55 inches, 2400 x 1080. Camera, 50 megapixels wide. Memory, 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes. Operating system, Android 12. 6. Xiaomi Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G, the price tag will please you. Price: about $280. Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G from Xiaomi with flagship-like specs at a significantly reduced price, but head and shoulders above the rest. Mid-range performance thanks to a Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 chip as well as a triple camera setup, which includes a huge 108 megapixel sensor. Redmi Note 11 Pro display with 120Hz refresh rate Full HD Plus resolution. The screen allows for smooth scrolling of applications, and you can play at high frame rates. If your budget for the purchase does not exceed $300, then there is no doubt that the Xiaomi Redmi Note 11 Pro 5G should be at the top of your list. Main characteristics. Processor. Qualcomm Snapdragon 695 at 2.2 GHz. Screen. 6.67 inches, 2400 x 1080. Camera. 108 megapixels, 8 megapixels wide angle, 2 megapixels macro. Memory. 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes. Operating system. Android 11. Seven. Samsung Galaxy A53 5G, the best Samsung phone. Price. About $350. The Samsung Galaxy phone series doesn't end with the S and Note line. The Samsung A series line is a completely different category of smartphones. It combines good performance and not expensive price tag. If we talk about the appearance, then this is a very good and high quality performance. The screen is a quality AMOLED, 120 Hz. A lot of people don't like its own designed processor, but if you don't play games, you won't notice the difference. The camera takes good pictures, the main sensor is 64 MP. And if battery life is important to you, then this is a good choice for you. In the endurance test, he lasted 22 hours. All this thanks to a 5000 mAh battery. If you're a Samsung fan or just want a solid smartphone that doesn't cost a lot, like an airplane wing, then the Galaxy A53 5G is a great choice. And do not forget about Samsung's proprietary shell called One UI. Main characteristics. Processor. Samsung Exynos 1280 2.4 GHz. Screen. 6.5 inches, 2400 x 1080. Camera. 64 megapixels, 12 megapixels wide, 5 megapixels macro, 5 megapixels depth. Memory. 128 gigabytes. Operating system. Android 12. 8. Xiaomi 12T, the ultimate flagship killer. Price. Approximately $450. It may be the most expensive phone on this list, but the Xiaomi 12T is worth the money. If you are willing to spend a small amount of money, then the choice is obvious. By choosing the Xiaomi 12T, you will be rewarded with one of the most feature-packed phones, and rest assured that the Xiaomi 12T can put the more expensive high-end phones to shame. It impressed with its remarkably crisp, color-accurate 6.67-inch FHD Plus AMOLED display, powerful enough MediaTek Dimensity 8100U chip, and incredibly fast 120W charging, which charged the smartphone up to 68% in just 15 minutes, and a full charge in 20 minutes. The 108-megapixel camera also shoots pretty well. But you should not expect masterpieces from her. If you need a flagship and don't have enough money, then this is a great option. Main characteristics. Processor. MediaTek Dimensity 8100U at 2.85 GHz. Screen. 6.67 inches, 2712 x 1220. Camera. 108 megapixels, 8 megapixels wide angle, 2 megapixels macro, 20 megapixels selfie. Memory. 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes. Operating system. Android 12. 9. Realme 9 Pro Plus, the best camera for $300. Realme 9 Pro Plus is an exceptionally versatile phone, the best mid-range smartphone. The MediaTek Dimensity 925G processor wiped out the middle in all performance tests, handled day-to-day tasks flawlessly, and handled gaming quite well. Battery life was no less impressive, managing to last over 25 hours and making it into the top 10 in terms of battery life. Once fully discharged, the included 60W fast charger can restore the battery to 100% in just 40 minutes. This combination of long battery life and ultra-fast charging is a game changer, especially at this price point. It's not perfect. The super wide-angle camera isn't the best I've seen in this price range, but at the sheer price point, the Realme 9 Pro Plus sets the bar high. The strong point of the Realme 9 Pro Plus smartphone is the camera. The main Sony IMX766 module is used to be seen in flagship solutions, and our hero became the first mid-budget with a premium camera. A similar module is installed in the Oppo Find X3 Pro model, which, by the way, costs about $1,000. An important advantage was the presence of optical stabilization, which allows you to create smooth content without blurring and twitching in the frame. Main characteristics. Processor. MediaTek Dimensity 925G at 2.5 GHz. Screen. 6.4 inches, 2400 x 1080. Camera. 50 megapixels, 8 megapixels wide angle, 2 megapixels macro, 16 megapixels selfie. Memory. 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes. Operating system. Android 12. (10) Rosso X4 GT. Price. Approximately $350. Here I am not original, everything is very simple, cheap plus cheerful. Models with the GT index are powerful overclocked models. They will be as successful as possible and almost without weaknesses. Iron. At the heart of Poco X4 GT is the new high-end processor MediaTek Dimensity 8100. This is a 5nm 8-core chip with a frequency of up to 2.8 GHz. This processor proved to be excellent as a gaming solution and when working with demanding graphic services. Additionally, the Stone is equipped with a powerful video core Mali G610MC6. Built using TSMC's advanced N5 5nm class manufacturing process, it provides users with best-in-class power efficiency, which is especially important in high frame rate games. The smartphone will receive the fastest memory modules, LPDDR5 RAM and UFS 3.1 storage, so everything will be fine with performance even when solving complex tasks. In the Antutu performance test, the handset will score an honorable 780 to 800,000 points, which is comparable to the flagships 1 year ago. The 6.6-inch IPS display is the first in its class to receive the highest DisplayMate A+ rating. Previously, only smartphones with OLED matrices were awarded this title. In addition to high ratings, the screen will also please with a significant frequency, up to 144 Hz. Moreover, the frame rate can be adjusted to maintain a balance between the energy efficiency of the smartphone and the smoothness of dynamic images. The smartphone of the line received a relatively small battery, only 4400 mAh, but fast charging will have a power of 120 W, which means that it will take no more than 15 to 20 minutes to fully restore energy. Main characteristics. Processor. MediaTek Dimensity 8105G at 2.8 GHz. Screen. 6.6 inches, 2400 x 1080. Camera. 64 megapixels, 8 megapixels wide, 2 megapixels macro, 16 megapixels selfie. Memory. 128 gigabytes, 256 gigabytes. Operating system. Android 12. Yes, and on this channel, you should subscribe. How you understand on this channel you find all the details, information is limited on other sources, all this is for you, thank you for like.
Riding on the pavement, young kids that growing up in basements.